Welcome back, my friend. I'm Blake and you're you, and this is my Temur Dragons list for Explore. Now this is a list that I have just created myself. I think it will work, but you guys are going to get a view at this deck first, clean cut. I'm not sure how it's going to run or if it's all tweaked out yet. So you guys can let me know how you would change this deck in the comment section, but let's get into my logic as I built this deck. So the first thing I wanted to be able to play is a copy of Niv MIzzet Parun. My friend has a CDH deck we were just talking about, and it's just a really cool card. Unfortunately, Curiosity does not exist in Explorer, so I couldn't go that route, but what it did make me think of is because it's such a hard card to cast, how could I cheat this into play? And that's where I landed on Magda, Brazen, Outlaw. Magda is a 2-mana dwarf, if you're not familiar. That the main things you care about is that whenever any dwarf you control becomes tapped, Magda or otherwise, you get to create a treasure token. And you can sacrifice 5 treasures to search your library for an artifact or dragon card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So obviously we're running 4 copies of Magda, and then going down the list, I thought, what are some other relevant dwarfs? Not a lot, but I think Vault Robber is actually playable here. It's a 1/3 for 2 mana, so it staves off those nasty aggro decks, and you can pay 1 and tap it to exile a creature card from your graveyard to create a treasure token. So obviously that's a dwarf that can tap without attacking, and it creates a treasure token. So if you have Magda out, you're getting 2 treasures. Now we are also going to try out 2 copies of Courier's Briefcase. This just gets us down a little 1/1 chump blocker, and it is a treasure itself. So it can be either tapped for mana itself or can be sacrificed to Magda. Now also I have 2 copies of Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Probably should be a 4 of in the deck, but I am a budget player, and so I've only got 2 copies of this for now. But it's just an incredible card. If you're playing red, you should probably be playing it, and it obviously creates those treasures. 2 Prismari Command is just a versatile card that also has the option to create that treasure. Also going to run 2 Atsushi the Blazing Sky. So this is the 4-mana 4/4 dragon. It's just a beatdown when you play it on turn 4. But when it dies, you can create 3 treasure tokens. And who knows, maybe in a pinch in a late game, if we already have Niv MIzzet and our other card we're going to talk about here in a minute, maybe I pull this out with Magda. So there will be occasional games when Niv is in our hand, of course, so I wanted one other backup option as an artifact that could potentially come down from Magda, and I think the Great Henge is a great choice here. It's going to draw us cards in the late game. Sometimes if we have out our Goldspan Dragon or Atsushi, we'll just be able to play it fairly easily, and especially if we have Niv down, we get to pay it for 4, which I think is a really good rate. Now also, little mini combos I was looking for is ways to tap down Magda, and this led me to Moonsnare Prototype, which also pairs really nicely with treasures in general. This is an artifact that you can tap, and tap also an untapped artifact or creature you control to add colorless mana. So this can be a way to tap Magda if she doesn't have any valid attacks, or it turns any treasures into colorless mana without needing to sacrifice them. Really important. We also, very similar, have 3 Jaspera Sentinels, which can tap an untapped creature like a Magda to create 1 mana of any color. So hopefully that could ramp us into an Atsushi on turn 3, or also just tapping down Magda to create treasures is really good. And then rounding out the deck, I love playing blue, so we have a little bit of control. So I'm pretty high on both Make Disappear and Syncopate. Syncopate is the X spell that they have to pay X, and it gets exiled if it doesn't resolve, so 2 copies of that. And Make Disappear is the casualty spell. And then running 2 Fading Hopes for just tempo. So this is the first time I'm actually playing the deck. I just brewed this up for this video. I think it will be pretty good. For lands, I'm just running what I have. I tried to run 4 of each shock and 2 of each pathway for these 3 colors, just because that's what I have access to, but I think just get by with what lands you have. So I'm pretty excited. I think the deck will work well. I believe I'm in Platinum right now on the ladder, which means our decks we're going to face are probably mostly good, but not completely maxed out. And I think this deck can certainly hang there. So let's get into a few games and see what the deck can do. Okay, so looking at our opening hand here, I think this could be potentially quite decent. We can go turn 1 Prototype into turn 2 Magda, and then turn 3, we're able to hold up Syncopate while they are getting ready to play their 4-drop. Now, if they are playing aggro and we see that red 1-drop, I'll probably go Vault Robber turn 2, just because a nice 1/3 might slow down enough damage to stabilize for us. We'll see how the deck goes. Currently, I'm a little worried that we're going to have a tough time staving off aggressive decks, but I think we'll probably be pretty good in the mirror. But we shall see. We shall see. So we're going to get out our prototype to start. And then see what they do. They'll probably just ramp into like a troll here. This is potential. Okay, it's not mono green. So I'm curious as to what they're playing. Still, I think the play here is Magda, because we can pretty much guarantee we make a treasure, which puts us at actually 5 mana next turn, and I think we just straight up ramp into Goldspan Dragon next turn, just like that. And then once we get the Goldspan Dragon down, with the Make Disappear is a great little mini combo, because it will be able to protect itself if they target it with anything. So I think we're actually looking pretty good, and we're going to have a turn 3 Goldspan Dragon. I think is quite good. I think is quite good here. And we'll get that regardless of what they do with this Magda here. Okay, Bronze-Hide Lion. He'll make that bigger. He's going to swing in with the Pelt Collector. It's fine, you do your thing here. Take that 2. We'll tap Magda, we make our treasure. My turn. Put in a mountain. We tap Magda, we make it colorless. This feels good. This feels really good. Goldspan Dragon, auto pay. We had our 1 extra. That was nice. Turn 3 Goldspan going over the top. We're pretty protected here. I think because we've got some mana up, we even put down the Vault Robber, which can help us get more treasures out. Can also throw up a blocker in case they get too much going on. We have a Make Disappear protecting us. If they play some crazy spell that for some reason we need to target for, we can sack the Vault Robber, no problem. I think we're in a powerful position here. I think this feels pretty good. What do you guys think? Let's see what they have for us. Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. No shot. That feels really good. Now, that actually is the perfect spell to hit a Goldspan Dragon. I never thought about that, because you don't get to make a treasure until after it comes in, and it's harder to counter. Don't need to block that. The deck might struggle in... Let's see, we can make 1 treasure. We have no things there. We could swing in Magda. I think what we do is swing in these 2. I think our kind of secondary game plan here is to make as many treasures as we can, and then try to get out a Niv MIzzet, just in case. Feeling pretty good with a Syncopate also in the back. I would find it pretty hard for them to come back from this. The deck maybe needs a little more card draw. That's one thing I was nervous about. And as I tweak the deck, it will probably include a little more card draw. So he has access to 2 mana. So we're going to counter, and we'll just do X3, save our treasures. So that should be quite nice. You can swing with whatever you've got, totally fine. We're not going to trade Magda. We got Magda's doing too much for us. It's fine. Now, how do I get to 5 treasures? I probably just have to swing with Magda. I can do this at instant speed. It's probably fine. Let's go ahead and do this. And this will make a treasure. Actually, yeah, we just attack here. make our treasure. Go to damage. Then we'll leave our Vault Robber up. We will tap Magda, make our treasure, and then we'll go ahead and activate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 treasures. And let's go get Niv MIzzet, great blocker, and then we'll also make it harder for them to do anything else. Yeah, the deck is sweet! Just throw that in tapped, why not? Wow, okay. Okay, 100% win rate so far. Let's get another one, I like it. Okay, game 2, looking a little bit similar. Don't love seeing Great Henge in the opener because it's kind of a dead card. But I think the play of Moonsnare Prototype into the Vault Robber, we can tap the Vault Robber to go to a 3rd mana, and if we draw any 3rd land, we have a turn 3 Atsushi, which puts a lot of pressure on. So I think this is pretty decent. And I think that is our play. We've also got the Fading Hope, which can protect us and give us a little tempo if we don't draw that 3rd land next turn. So that's good to know. We're probably playing Life Gain. I am curious to see how this deck does against Life Gain. I think it could be okay. Now, if they play turn 2 Giada, that'll be hard for us to keep up with. They play Tap Land. Selesnya still could be the Angels kind of sub-theme. Okay, excellent. This is also pretty sweet. This deck has some sweet turn 3s. Now, they will probably have a good amount of ways to exile, which makes Atsushi a little worse. But 4/4 Flying Trample coming down on turn 3 is no joke. And we can bounce anything relevant next turn to get some stuff in. That's actually totally fine. You do your thing. We're going to create our 3 treasures. I hope 3 treasures is the right thing. I mean, now if we draw Magda, they're in real trouble here. We'll take 1. Start with Fable. I think we can sleep up a blocker here. I think this can just enter tapped. Or I could have used that to create 1 extra treasure, which is probably what I should have done. Taken the 2. Card draw will be the hardest part of this deck. I probably almost have to play Great Henge next turn, just for the card draw. I think that's the one place this deck could use a little help. I hate Bishop of Wings, guys. It is probably my least favorite card to play against. It is just stupid. Gain 4 just for doing something you want to do anyway? No, thanks. Now, do I do this? He doesn't really have any payoff things. I probably actually have to bounce Giada. We're not quite as worried about... I'm more worried about Giada than the little bit of life, since he doesn't have any life gain payoffs just yet. Actually, we'll hold that up. We'll hold that up. We will hold that up. Come on, show me Magda. Bummer. Discard up to 2. Ooh. I'll discard the Prototype. I don't need another Prototype. Vault Robber's pretty bad to see. I think... I'm torn on whether or not Vault Robber stays in the deck. For sure as a 4-of. It's cool when you have Magda, but it's so bad whenever you don't have Magda. It's probably not good enough to make the cut. But I can do this. And I have to tap an untapped artifact. Let's do that. Now we play a Vault Robber. Just for the card draw. That's kind of good. Why can I not play the Briefcase? Oh, that's a clue. I thought that was a treasure. Okay, good to know. I could have tapped that for the Prototype. Would have been good to know. I do want 1 more treasure for the Fading Hope now. So if they want to trade something for this little guy, they can have it. But I want the Fading Hope up so that they do not get all the crazy counters. It's fine. It's totally fine. This makes me feel better because it turns any creature into draw. We definitely need to adjust the draw in this deck. I think we have to Fading Hope now. I don't think we can let the angels that are probably slapping down right now get all the extra crazy stuff. That's what we want to see. That helps a lot. That certainly helps a lot, getting this dragon. Okay, and that was good. But that is strong. Too strong. Annoyingly strong. Magda would have been better. That's okay. Wow. I am not a fan of playing against this deck. I think it's so obnoxious. Now we can start making little dragon tokens. Okay. What's the play? We probably do this. It comes in as a 5/5 now and draws us a card. We have 2 mana up, no blue. That is too big for us to get through. But I think we make the treasure, because treasures are 2 mana right now. And let's go ahead and do this to turn that 1 mana into a treasure, which is now 2 mana. I think holding up Disappear here is pretty good. He probably chumps. Okay. Does that put him under? Oh, that was great. Okay, now if we can just keep him from gaining life, that would be perfect. We can hit Giada with this next turn, might be decent. Okay, that's fine. We're not worried too much about that. You can have your treasure. Oh, the 4 life. Brutal. Okay, it's fine. Do your thing. I think he's going to want to hit Goldspan with this, so I think we counter it. He has access to 1 mana. Just 1 mana. We can just cast this straight up. Okay. Felt good, felt good. What's he have to be? He has to be at 7 or more life. I think next turn we have a pretty good attack because we can Prismari Command, hit him for 2, makes this small if he blocks the dragon. We're also going to get to copy the dragon, which is awesome. I'm glad the deck can hold out. Definitely, as I'm talking, card draw. It's got to be adjusted. So, I'm curious what I could cut. Potentially Vault Robber, because Vault Robber is, like I said, pretty atrocious whenever you don't have the combos. Okay, I think we'll block here for sure. And then we have to take 4. But I think taking that 4 is fine. I think we're safe to do this. Let's go ahead and draw. Okay, I think I feel pretty good about that. Let's do this. Let's make a copy of Goldspan. That's also going to gain us a little life. Let's go to attacks. Do I leave 1 Goldspan back for this guy? Probably. Perfect. Now, what's the play? I think I do this now, so I can draw and have a little more information, or do I do that on my turn? I think I hold that up. I think I hold that up right now. Dealing 2 to something here is probably pretty solid. Okay, is this an angel? That is not an angel. We can have it. He's going to gain a bajillion life. Okay. All creatures you control when he gets that. Yikes. It's so bad. Okay, we can bounce that. Is going to be great. Wow. I think we can still come back from this. I think we're weirdly sort of okay. Yes, this is what we wanted. Because we can bounce this. I'll take another Goldspan. I think it's good. And then we can deal 2. And we can draw some. So we're going to deal 2 to Giada, and we're going to draw some cards. We'll pay like that. Sweet. I'll keep the Goldspan. Oh, I only have to get rid of that. Don't need that land. Oh no, I do have to discard it. Okay, keep the Goldspan, obviously. Okay. Sure. Get all your triggers here, bro. So many triggers. But we have some great blocks now. Kill that. Thank goodness. Kill that. Thank goodness. Kill that. Thank goodness. And we are in a great spot. Let's gain our 2 life. Sweet. He's got a lot of life, but we have a powerful position now. This is a problem. So I gotta find an answer for that. But the answer to that might just be, let's make 1 billion mana. Come on. Heck yes. That is sweet. Let's go. Target. So we're going to make another one of these. We're going to pay 1 by tapping Magda, because we don't want Magda getting into combat too much. Do I swing the house here? Probably need to keep up some blockers. We're a little low. We got all small stuff, though. Let's see how much damage we can do. Tap a bunch of stuff here. It's gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is gonna make so much treasures too. Woohoo! That changes things, doesn't it? Let's see what he can do. This deck is cool. You get to do so much stuff, guys. This deck is really cool. I'm actually very proud. Most of my decks suck, to be honest. So I'm pretty proud of this because I feel like it kind of works. Let's get him under this thing. Man, that is crazy. Let's go ahead and do the thing, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we still have so many treasures. Let's bring out Niv MIzzet. Heck yes. Oh, and we get to ping stuff down. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And here's our card draw that we needed, too. Whew, that is lovely. We don't need that. Does Vault Robber help us? Probably not. We'll just hold on to something. Just in case they would have a board wipe. That would be a tragedy. I think the deck could use some tweaking, but I also think the overall impetus of it is quite decent. Now this is going to be some serious crackback, but I think we just win on the swing in. He's only got 9 damage able to come in this turn, and we can chump a bunch of it. Now what we really need next turn, again, we just need to get him below 27. So if we can draw several cards here. Excellent. Okay. Okay, now we got a nifty little play. Watch this. That's so cool to see. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. We'll let him go to blockers, and then we're going to mess everything up with a neat little play. Oh, this is so fun, guys. You should try the deck. It's cool. It's fun. I think we got it. I think we got the game. Unless they have a 1-mana instant speed board wipe, I think we're good. I feel like they left. Okay, here we go. Oh, the deck is so cool, guys. I'm so proud of it. Check out this sweet play. So it can handle the long game against the life game. I feel like I see this deck at Platinum like 50%. And it's so boring and annoying. Now, we get to deal 2 and draw 2. So we're going to deal 2 here. And then we're going to draw 2, which is going to do some Niv triggers, which is going to go to face, which is going to put him below that exactly. Discard these 2 lands. Now, all of his stuff is not what he was expecting. We can turn this into a trade. Everything else is already trading, so we're just going to face now. Next, to damage, we've already got Niv and Great Henge out, so I don't think another Magda activation really mattered. And we're kind of just chilling now. Yeah, you can have all those. That's totally fine. Now I just want to try to draw into a counter spell just for fun. Just in case. I mean, you know, finding like a negate. Why not see how many cards we can draw? See how much damage we can deal with Niv. Perfect. Great. Now that I've got a Syncopate, I feel great. I think we got it sealed up no matter what. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, still rocking 100% win rate, as you can see from my assistant. Let's get another one. Okay, a little bit of a strange hand here. Being able to go turn 2 Briefcase makes me feel a little better, because that could set up a turn 4 dragon. We are on the draw, so I'm tempted to keep it. I guess let's keep it and see what happens here. Magda's even better. That's great. Especially if they're playing slow. Normally blue-white means slow. They'll probably just counter Magda, but let's go ahead and put it out there. Unfortunate to see Niv in hand, actually. Yeah, I did expect that, but that's fine. We're kind of actually wanting to play slow. And we got a counterspell out of the way. So that's great. Hopefully the Briefcase resolves. But I don't think they're going to let a dragon resolve anyway. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Or is it? Because this is one colorless, but if I put this down paired with that, it's kind of the same. I don't think it matters. I think we just hold on. This also leaves up a negate. Okay, they're playing Magnum Opus. So, Arcane Bombardment deck of some kind, maybe? I feel like that's something you're only running if you're doing weird shenanigans with it. Now this is a pretty awkward spot. I can only play that if I sack the Briefcase, which I'm not really willing to do. So I guess let's make him take 1 and pass and see what happens. Not looking good here. I'm not feeling very confident about this game, to be perfectly honest. Because I want this next turn for Dragon, but also I kind of want a Prismari Command. I think we wait. I mean, there's just no shot they let a Dragon resolve, right? So do I... They've got 4 cards in hand. They're probably playing Teferi. So if I Dragon now, they could think Teferi's open to play and I can hit him with the Dragon next turn. I like the sound of that. It's a little risky because we can't really very easily follow it up with another Dragon. But I think we take the risk and make them play their counterspells. We've got another in hand. We've already got double red. And it resolves. That actually surprises me. Sure. Okay. Earhalt. Yeah, that's cool. This will have to target, though, so that's fun. So we're just gonna negate. Perfect. Gearhulk deck, that's cool. I want this card to be good. It's really fun. We'll get to make another treasure. Now, unfortunately, we don't have another backup in case he has something else for us. Luckily, the Gearhulk exiles that. So even if he has another Gearhulk, he's in trouble. I think we chump here, right? Unless I want to save. I might actually need that for my Moonsnare. For my Prototype. We'll hold on for a second. I think we do this. Create another treasure. Probably has a counterspell. No counterspell. Great. Hold this back again. Same reason as last time. Oh, that's probably game. Yeah, we'll get some basic lands out there. Sure. That was brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Nothing to do about that. We can play Niv next turn, though. So in a way, we're fine. We've got triple red. We've got a blue here, so an extra treasure isn't essential. Maybe at this point, we're just supposed to hold on to this and use it as a removal spell. We can now block here, which probably feels pretty good. We'll do that. Hold on to my treasures for blue mana. Yeah. My turn. Playing a Niv, I think, is quite decent here. Can't be countered, so that's wonderful. Yeah, you can have that. You can certainly have that. Okay. Now, I can hold on to this and use it for more damage, or I can get a Mirror Breaker. I think I'll take the Mirror Breaker, just actually maybe even to have as a blocker. Might feel pretty good. We don't have any counter magic up now. He probably doesn't have straight destroy spells. Yeah, I think we block here. I think that's smart. Okay. I don't think I'm going to draw 5 cards this turn. Ooh, perfect. I actually might want to bounce this. Let's discard these. This is not doing much for me. Cool. We're going to keep going to face. It's 3 total. This is important to know how much damage we can do fairly reliably. If I do this, I still hold up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana for my Prototype. I think that's quite good. It's also an ability, so it's a lot harder to counter. I think we're in a pretty good spot here still, despite getting settled. What can he bring back? Yeah, I guess he gets to settle the wreckage again. That's rough. That's really rough. Yeah, I guess I should have predicted that and not attacked. Because Niv probably could have drawn us enough cards. That's probably just a straight misplay. Probably just a straight misplay. Well, let's do this. Did draw us a card at least, so that's cool. We'll go get one more mountain. We will take this action. Just, if nothing else, to clean our deck up a little bit. Get another blue in. I don't think Magda is going to do enough work. Let's see. For sure, gotta bounce one of these. The question is, do I chump with Magda, or do I hope that I can bring out a Great Henge? Because Niv is gone. I think we'll take 5. I think we'll take 5 here. It's pretty unfortunate. Did he shuffle away? Did he shuffle away his Gearhulk? I thought he had Gearhulk in hand, but it's not showing up. So I'm going to trust that it's not there. Make my treasure. I think I'll hold on to this as another bounce spell and see if we can't squeak in a little more damage. Memory Deluge is a sweet card. We'll go to 1. Living life on the edge here. Henge is not going to be enough. Or is it? Probably gets countered, right? Very nice. And now we go ahead and attack. I should have left back the Kiki as a blocker, because he's probably going to flash in another Gearhulk. Okay. We do have one more channel, so he needs to flash in something now to win. Okay. We're just hanging on. We are hanging on. Auto pay. Maybe he chose to put it on bottom. Ah, that's what happened earlier. You put it on bottom. Very nice. Good game. Good game. Well, that's all I have time to show you guys today. Let me know what you think about the deck. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Have a wonderful day, my friend.